Has some pretty bad damage, but we'll get it fixed. Just got back. Let's see if she'll start. Pretty nice interior. A lot of parts in here we'll look at later, but looks like there's power. That's pretty cool. This is the front end. Gonna need to buy a lot of stuff. Nothing's hitting the belt. We can go ahead and get it started. Here, the steering wheel looks like the guy was grabbing it with dirty hands. But let's see if she'll start. Oh. No clue what just happened. Lost all power. I'm gonna try to start it. Let's go see. Battery's not even plugged in. Okay, looks like there's power again. Let's try again. Well, she doesn't want to start. I'm not surprised because it's destroyed. But we'll figure that out later. For now, we can close the car and look what's in the trunk. It'll open. Tons of garbage. A broken headlight. Random hoses. Oh, it's ripped. That's garbage. Oh, nice. They marked it. They marked everything for me. Less work for me. Another headlight. Okay, so I got most of the stuff out. That's all the bolts and everything for the car. So I'm happy that you marked it, but you'll see later why we're not going to need all that. Intake. Insert. That'd be nice if there was something in here, but nothing. Okay. So set it down. So on the back of these taillights, there's some cheap plastic film. I'm just gonna peel it all off because I don't know, I don't like it. If anything, I'll replace it myself. Order some new ones. Bam. Okay, so I got the car all pressure washed. I didn't use any soap, that's why you're probably gonna still see dirt on it because I didn't really scrub it, but I wiped away most of those blue markings as well. Once we get all the parts, we'll continue. So we're going to get the car off the trailer because we need the trailer to go pick up the parts. We're going to be driving to Nebraska tomorrow to get everything. So let's get this car off the trailer. get it started and off the trailer. Tomorrow morning we're going to drive and get some parts for it in Nebraska. It's going to be a whole front clip. I'll show you a little more once we get there. The seatbelts are blown, so we're going to have to send them off to get them all fixed up. 3 a.m. Time to start heading towards Nebraska. Getting ready to leave to go pick up some parts. The parts are about 6.5 hours away, so we're gonna start heading out here soon, and I'll update you when we get there and show you exactly what we got for parts. Got half a tank, so it's about 60 bucks, but all right, let's get out of here. So we just made it to the junkyard that has the parts. You can see that on the way here, we hit something. There's some beef jerky on the trailer. You see it got a little shredded, but bought a whole front clip for it. This is it. This is the front end that we got. Has everything on it. Just hope nothing else is leaking. Should be good to go. All right, she's all strapped up and ready to go. Here's the front end that we're going to be using on the Type R build. And you can see down there, they have a lot of cars that just have chopped off front ends that they sell for parts. Check out all these front ends they got and all the parts. Tons of doors, pallet racking with half of the cars on it. Some really cool stuff. Time to drive, 6 hours back. Let's go. So we just got the front end here. I'm gonna put some dollies underneath the crate. Then we're gonna move the crate down, let it sit here, and then we'll start taking parts off the front end and onto the red car. All right, so we got the front end off the trailer. What we did is we put some dollies under it just to roll it off smoothly because it's pretty heavy. Yeah, so I think this is gonna be enough space for us to work. Not too much. Bam, that's it. All right, so we got the front clip off the trailer, and now we're gonna take the parts off the front clip and put it on our wrecked Type R. I don't think there's any frame damage because the reinforcement bar that was on the car that we got with the car had like a little ding in it. It didn't even have damage. So I don't think the frame rails moved anywhere because it's aluminum, it's not steel. If it was steel and maybe it was tweaked a little, then I think it'd have some kind of frame damage, but I don't think there's going to be frame damage, just some bent hinges, maybe some bent fenders, but we have all of that on the donor parts. So on the donor car, we have everything that we need, the hood latches, the core support, the headlights, the fenders, everything just to make the car back into its original shape. Let's start putting stuff together and we'll see how it goes. So what we're going to start off with is we're going to start taking panels off the crash Type R. We're going to remove the hood, the fenders, and anything that's in the way of us replacing the parts. First what we'll do is we'll take the hood off, and then we'll move to the fenders, and then what we'll do is we'll go to the parts car in the back, start removing parts off of that, and slowly just transplant it onto this car. What the next step is we're going to take the fenders off. They're held on by 10mm bolts. We'll just take one up here, and some behind the... So I just wanted to show you guys how bad the hinges are and why it's necessary to replace them. Obviously this was a bad accident, but you can see how bent it is. And the original ones, they're supposed to be straight here. You can see that massive bend. You can see where the paint's chipping as well, but let's get these replaced. So I ran into an issue here. I am not able to reach these bolts on this solenoid. There's one here and then one underneath in the back. It's just too tight of a fit, and you can see it pushed actually against that. You can see how it's pushed out a little, but what I'm gonna have to do is take off this, and a few more items here in order for that to fit. But regardless, we still have to take it off because the front end here is damaged. The intake box is damaged. So let's start off by doing that, and then hopefully we can take that off. So let's do it. got the turbo solenoid back in. Just need to plug some stuff together and throw it all back together. So let's do it. Let's start taking panels off this car and setting it aside here. And then the second. Okay, we got one fender off and the second fender off. As you can see, how much straighter these are than those on the crash car. So we're going to get started on the front end now. We're going to take the parts from the donut car and set it on this car and slowly put it together. So we got the front radiator and core support in. The next thing we gotta do is I don't know what we gotta do next, but we're gonna figure it out. So we got the car assembled. We do need to adjust some body gaps, but we'll do that as we paint. There's some clips that need to be adjusted here. That's why it's not lining up, but it'll be straight once clips are in. Hood gaps looking good. It's a little tight on this side. I'll just have to move it a little that way, but bumper gaps looking good. Door gaps looking good. Yeah, this thing had no frame damage. Any metals were pushed. It was just some core support damage. Obviously, all of this is going to get adjusted. Still got to paint the car, but this is in good enough shape right now to get it to the paint shop. So. So what we're going to do is we have to move this out of the workshop because it's taking up too much space right now. We're just going to chop up parts and throw it on the trailer, and then we're going to take it to the junkyard. So let's do it. So we got it all loaded up. Everything's looking good. So we're gonna have to get the seat belts removed out of the car. You can see that the seat belts were blown. So first we're gonna start off with 15 millimeter, getting this bolt off on the bottom here, right down here. Get this removed first, and then we'll get up here and start taking these panels off. So we got the bolt out. Next, we have to take these panels off right here and then on the other side. And then we should be able to take this main panel off. And then there's a bolt behind here, right here. Take that panel off and take that bolt off next. So we took the panel off. Now we have a 15 millimeter bolt right here and a 10 millimeter bolt right here that we have to remove. Now 10 millimeter on top. So to remove this, a lot of people struggle. All you have to do is take a flathead screwdriver, stick it in between there, and then probably kind of against the plastic, and it'll literally just pop off. Kind of wiggle it around. Push this in on both sides. There you have it. You have access to that, and you remove that bolt. Alright, yeah, to remove the bolt, the seat belt will be completely out. Bring that portion off, unplug the plug, the plug is just 2 white clips right there. You can just pry both of them back, and it pops out. Pretty simple. Now send this off to our seat belt, guys. Get it taken care of. Take this completely out. There you go. Now I'm just gonna repeat it on that side. I'm not gonna record it because it's the exact same thing, but I'm gonna get that one as well. So we got both seat belts out, ready to ship off to the seatbelt restorer. And yeah, we'll just wait till they get back and then get them installed. Okay, so we got the seat belts back. I'm getting them installed. I just put the 14 millimeter back in there, dropped it off there. And then we just gotta put this clip in here. Airbag clip. You gotta make sure you don't forget these, or you're gonna have to take everything apart because the airbag light will stay on. That clip's on. Everything else here is looking good. Sensors there. So yeah, let's just assemble this the rest of the way, and then I'll get started on the other side right there. Once the other side's complete, we'll bring the car to a paint shop to get its paint work done. So we have the Type R here. We're getting ready to send it off to a paint shop. So what we have to do is remove all of these interior trim pieces, like this and whatever has to be removed. So that's it. Full bumper is taken apart. It's ready and easier for the paint guy to get it done. Plus they won't break anything. This is the car. We got it back from the paint. Paint's looking pretty decent. So the whole front end was painted. The bumper's inside the car. We have the fender painted, blended onto the door, the hood painted, inside of the hood. And then we'll start getting the car assembled here shortly. And I will show you guys that process as well. I guess the bumper is assembled. That's all we have. Now it's time to open the hood, put the hood scoop inside of the car. You can see it's missing right there. So now what we're going to do is take the fenders off, and on the side of the fenders they have this air duct. We're gonna put the air ducts in. I already put the bumper bracket in and the light right there. So here's the Type R. Got mostly everything assembled in the front. Still need to do stuff at the bottom, like the fender liner and the side skirts. I also need to get the windshield changed, but I'm probably going to do that all off camera. So this was it. This was the Type R build. Just a few more little things added and she'll be back on the road. I will adjust as the gap here is a little bigger. Maybe a little smaller down here, but we can adjust that here quickly. But that's about it.